Yeah, I screwed up. Let's talk about it. Alright, so what you guys just saw was my kitchen sink being all froze up, not working. Now, there's a heater under the sink we're trying to get thaw out. And how cold is it? Well, right now in Indiana, it feels like, with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, 4 degrees, but it's technically 16. Our fish ponds are completely froze up, and yes, they have heaters in them. That's the blue thing right there, with this wire going down into it. So why I say I screwed up? Well, I didn't let the water run because I thought we didn't need to. Let's go down to the pump house here and I'll show you what I mean. So here's the setup. Got a pressure tank, pressure switch. These lines run down through the floor, out that way to the well. Then there's a line from the pressure tank that runs into the ground and out that way to the house. Now, from this cord on the wall, it runs down here to this heater that we've got rigged up. And this is how we've kept our pipes from freezing last year. Now, you may notice that this device over here. Now, I don't know if we didn't set it right or if it's junk, but what it's supposed to do is, by the way, the heater was plugged into there. I unplugged it because I came out here and the heater was not on. I made the mistake of depending on this device, but not being very careful, like last night, to make sure that it was actually working as advertised. And now today I'm paying for it. Yeah, so there's a lesson right there. If you get a device that's going to be convenient, that's going to help, because that's supposed to kick on the heater when the temperature gets like 29 degrees, then it would heat back up to above freezing and then shut off. This would make things more efficient. And oh shit, one of my chickens just got out. Look. You better get back in there. Alright, so after the chicken roundup, we're back inside. And I'll tell you guys, this is why we prep. Because this wasn't an end of the world disaster. Shit has not hit the fan completely, anyways. And yet my preps are being very useful because right now I don't have running water. So take a sec to show you what I'm talking about. Alright guys, you can buy these at the grocery store, the 2.5 gallons. They got a little spout on them right here. And these things are a nice prep to have around because you can just come up to it, pull this, doing it one-handed here. There we go. And boom. You got water. Because my sink is obviously still not working. Okay, so we've got drinking water right there. Also, you can buy these 5-gallon things right here. We got this at a garage sale. Not breaking that out just yet, but a couple things to have in mind. Oh, and I saw another one. If your pipes are frozen and you happen to, something gets caught on fire, what are you gonna do? In the kitchen, of course, we've got a fire extinguisher. Something doesn't have to be completely apocalyptic for you to realize that some preps are very important, just some everyday stuff. People who live out in the country, a lot of y'all already know this, but shit happens. I mean, you can live in the city too and know that shit happens, but having water stashed like that. Or, like we've talked about before on this channel, there is a Home Depot bucket where we can keep using our toilet and not have to go, shit in the yard. or be continuously bringing in, using our bottled water to try to flush a toilet, because that's not very efficient. Have you guys seen my video where the well broke, the well pump went out? I used bottles just like this and was able to take a shower. So I might end up warming those up if I do that again today, but hopefully the water will be back on soon. And guys, you can just store water in those juice containers like that. I put, I think 4 drops of bleach in each one. I bathed with it. I was fine. And it's easy to just keep these and to stock up water that way. It's only a half gallon each, but you could hand that to somebody and be like, hey, here's your water to shower. And they're going to make it work. Well, bird bath anyway. And more of these stashed right here around the corner from the bathroom. So guys, big takeaway from this. Personal shit hit the fan moments. They can happen at any time. My mistake was depending on a piece of technology for convenience. And, well, it didn't work right. So now here I am trying to get these pipes thawed out. Thankfully we still have electricity. But don't make the same mistake I did. Yeah, if you get a convenience piece, okay. But make sure that it actually works before it hits 16 degrees outside and you're screwed. That's all I'm saying. And also, having some preps set aside. Having some water in the house somewhere where you know it's not going to freeze is a lifesaver when your well stops working or your pipes are frozen. You're a lot less screwed at that point, or having to go into town and buy shit, or if you have really bad weather conditions and you don't think it's very safe to be driving, things like that. Something to think about. Like the Martins, I don't think they have any of their running water going right now because of pipes freezing. I think they emptied out all the lines because they didn't want anything to break. That's they're living off grid. They're doing it. Like, I don't have any running water today, and it's pretty annoying. Them, they've been living it for a while. It's no sweat. Another day in the park for them. So, I gotta give them props on that one. Well, all right, guys. I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Learn from my mistakes. Test out your stuff that you're going to be depending on before it screws you. No excuses. And I had screwed up on that today. Well, last night, I guess, technically. Have some water set aside that is not frozen. Have a fire extinguisher handy. And, yeah. Guys, stay warm. Go check out Martin Midlife Misadventures and Miss Nature Prepper. Also, if you want to see my video on the bathroom bucket, those preps, I'll link it in the description. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye.